I love a good build challenge in The Sims, as you probably know, because that's like all I ever do on YouTube. But one of my favorites is the solid color challenge. It's very simple. You just try and build a house in The Sims using only one color. And so in this case, everything in this house is pink. Everything. And the challenge, technically, if you want to even use a toilet, it has to be a pink toilet. Now, there are some objects that we don't even have in certain colors, and so I took a little bit of liberty there. But I made this, monstrosity. I genuinely had so much fun building this because I got to use so many weird objects that I never ever touch. I was kind of focusing like, okay, let's use the Strangerville doors and windows because they're pink. But then there's all these like pink carpets and pink couches and pink chairs and pink lights and pink wallpaper that I never ever use because like the pink patterned carpet isn't really, you know, your everyday house kind of thing. And so this was my chance and I went wild. There are some things that may hurt your eyes, so, you know, viewer discretion is advised. I'm warning you right now, the living room in particular, absolutely awful. I got like rugs and on top of rugs and pink, just there's floral wallpaper, like everything about this is kind of bad, but it was so fun because like this is your chance to build a crazy house and like have a story for a sim who lives here. I'm thinking like some grandma, you know, she's got 7 cats, like they all live here together in this pink house. People in my chat, I built this on stream. I actually stream every day on Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/lilsimsie, but my whole chat was like, it's a Barbie house, it's a Barbie house, and I was like, no. Barbie would never live in this. Barbie is too cool for this. Barbie would not have a house like this. I think to an extent that like pink Barbie house look can maybe be kind of classy. Like I think Barbie's house is like a nice, fancy, beautiful, pink, tasteful build. You know, this is not tasteful. We threw taste out the window when we started building this. I mean, I already have pink trim, so you kind of see where it's going. And to be honest, by the time I got to the upstairs, it took me like 3 hours to build this, and I was like, I cannot look at any more pink ever. So I kind of just like winged the bedrooms a little bit. I kind of just put some furniture down. So like, you know, the style also thrown out the window. It's an interesting looking build. It was hard for me to roof it too, because I was like trying to make this Victorian style house and I wanted it to look nice and realistic and stuff, but I couldn't really get it to like work how I wanted it to, so the back is kind of boring. I think that this house is a relatively disappointing build. It's not my best build. In both color, floor plan, you know, shape, the back of the house is very boring. This seems like a classic, like, Simsie tried to make a suburban house, and look what she came up with. Like, it's kind of disappointing, so I will apologize for that. But the front of it reminds me a little bit of the pancake house, too, which is definitely not a good sign. If your house reminds you of an EA build, especially the pancake house, like, if you ever get pancake or goth house vibes from your build, just bulldoze it. Like, you don't even want to come close to that. Honestly, land grab, too. If you're getting land grab house vibes, you stop. You gotta get out of there as fast as possible. I don't mean to be mean. There are some just weird builds in the base game and the rest of the packs. There's just some weird builds in The Sims, and you don't necessarily want to look like them. Especially just Eliza Pancakes in general. Like, you know, get out of there fast. Maybe Eliza Pancake's sister lives here. I had this vision in my head, this theory, where, like, this house is across the street from the Goth family's house, right? So, like, this is basically the opposite of the Goth house. You can't get any more different from the Goth house than this. I mean, they're similar styles, like, they're both, like, these kind of Victorian-esque maybe houses, like, these older buildings, but, like, as far as color scheme and furniture and, like, the person who would live here goes, you cannot get further apart. And I love the idea of that. I feel like Bella Goth and whoever lives here, they do not get along. They are not close friends. Like, block parties in this neighborhood, they're not fun. You cannot borrow Bella's milk. Let me tell you that for sure. Do people actually do that? I'm sorry, I hate to change the subject, but, like, have you ever, like, gone to a neighbor's house and been like, hey, can I borrow a cup of sugar? That seems like a very, like, fake thing, like a TV thing. You know, maybe it's like an old times thing, and I just don't know my neighbors because I don't know my neighbors. But even, like, at my parents' house, I never would have gone to my neighbor's house and been like, hello, can I have some sugar, please? People, you know, when you, like, run out of things, you can ask your neighbors for it. I don't. Do you do that? Do you know your neighbors? Maybe if you're friends with them. I personally do not know any of my neighbors. I've actually only met one of them, and this is a scary story, so brace yourselves. Actually, I knew 2 of them, but one of the people moved. So I don't know them anymore because they're gone. I have no idea who lives there now. But the other lady, I went out to take my trash cans outside one day, and I was, just walking outside in the morning, taking my trash cans out, and this lady in curlers and pajamas comes running across the street to me, pointing, "I've been meaning to talk to you." And I was like, "Hello? Excuse me?" I'm sorry, what? What do you need? What? I was so scared. And she wanted to ask, about the floors in my house or something. It was a very weird conversation. But, this whole, I've been meaning to talk to you, and the running across, because she had never seen me before, because I don't leave my house. So she was, apparently waiting for a chance to catch the person who lives here to be like, "Hey," and ask her question. But, I didn't like that encounter at all. I really didn't enjoy that. And now I see her sometimes, and I get nervous, because I'm like, "Please don't yell and point at me again." She wasn't mean at all. It just was very kind of scary to have this lady come running out being like, "I've been meaning to talk to you." What do you want? What do you mean? But it was fine. Everything's fine. This is why I don't leave my house. But yeah, I'm not kidding. She'd never seen me before because I never leave. So I understand her curiosity, but please don't yell and point at me. Please, I am fragile. Very fragile. I came back inside and I called my dad and I was like, "You won't believe what just happened to me." She came yelling out and pointing at me. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I'm kind of fragile, but it's fine. She was nice. I don't know her name or anything. It was a very short conversation. It was funny. So maybe that lady lives here. I mean, I'm picturing lady in a big pink robe and curlers in her hair. That's who lives here. Honestly, I like that vision. I kind of want to make this sim. No, we're not going to make that sim. What would her name be? Grace? Edith? How old is she, this lady who lives here? Maybe she's 60. She isn't old, but she's a grown-up who has maybe an infant grandchild. That's who lives here. So the bedrooms are still decorated for her own kids when they were younger, but she has a grandkid now. I like that vision. I like that. And maybe her spouse, they're dead. I don't know what happened to them. My go-to recently when I'm making up these dumb sim stories have been and their spouse, they were whisked away in a tornado. I built a house once. I built this old haunted spooky old house for Halloween, and the story, they had this empty nursery in the house. All the bedrooms and stuff were furnished except for this one nursery. It only had a bassinet in it and spider webs everywhere, and the story was that the baby had been whisked away by a tornado. Which is really dumb and not a thing. People don't just get picked up and thrown away by tornadoes. I mean, they could, but that's not exactly a common occurrence. But in my Sims universe, it happens all the time. Tornadoes, they're just throwing you away left and right. So this person, their spouse. I'm thinking her wife. Her wife thrown away by tornado. I don't like the term thrown away either. It seems kind of morbid. She got thrown away, into a trash can by a tornado, but that's not what happened. She just picked up and whisked away, and to a secluded island with the rest of my dead Sims. Oh, I don't like this conversation anymore. I'm sorry. Anyway, the floor plan was really hard in this build. It's a weird shaped house. It's got a lot of weird little nooks and crannies, so the floor plan was kind of hard to figure out, but it ends up being 4 bedrooms. There's a nursery, and then there's 2 kids' bedrooms and a master. So the nursery was for the baby who was thrown away with the mom, yeah. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate, isn't it? Yeah, I apologize. Also, fair warning, I cut out a lot of this build. I mean, things like placing of doors and lights and landscaping and stuff, because it was such a long recording that I was like, we do not need all of this. We absolutely do not need all of this. I don't want to make a 45-minute video about this grandma and her pink house. It's not that good. It's not worth it. I feel like it's one thing for a long build to be an actually kind of big, cool mansion, where it's this crazy, big, awesome house that's actually worth watching because it's big and cool. But when it's a house like this, when it's an eyesore, you don't need 45 minutes of Sims building. Then that's sped up. We don't need that. I'm sorry. No one wants that. But yeah, we're getting to the eyesore part now where I start to furnish. I began with the living room and the pink carpet and the pink tile and the pink fireplace. And if it were up to me, if we had more pink, I would have put pink kitchen cabinets and everything. But the only pink cabinets we have are hot pink, like magenta, and they have like a weird brown countertop, and I was like, we cannot use these. This is not the vibe. These like weird modern cabinets with magenta, no. And so I used just regular counters, like white ones, and I put pink tile to hopefully like compensate for it, but I tried my best. I wanted it to be very pink in here, but I wanted it to be like classy, or at least, I don't know if classy is the right word. It's like an attempt on classy. You know, it's not necessarily good, but you can see that someone tried. There is some aspect of taste here. Not necessarily good taste, but taste. You know, speaking of good taste, I was just talking to one of my Twitch mods, and she was saying how people would be scared of her linen closet if they looked in it because she has a bag of dirt at the bottom of her linen closet because she like plants things with it, you know? And it reminded me that I have a zebra comforter in my linen closet because this one time you see, I am one to talk about taste, okay? But this one time I did this stream where I made this sim Gertrude in The Sims 3. And Gertrude is a very colorful character. Literally, she has like yellow hair and she wears only bright green, and she's very into patterns and things. This sim is a lot. You might know her from some of my Let's Plays. I did 2 Sims Let's Plays with her. But just picture a sim with like the brightest colored clothing and hair possible, and the most the Sims 3 has sliders, and so I made the most extreme features possible. So she has like crazy pointy like alien elf ears and like a really pointy nose. Like she looks beautiful, and she has great taste. But when I made her on stream like 2.5 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago on Twitch, and to celebrate her obsession with zebra print, I built her an entire house where literally everything, I'm not kidding, everything, the walls, the counters, the beds, the ceilings, everything was zebra print, because in The Sims 3 there's create a style, so you can literally change the color and pattern of everything, like everything in The Sims 3, and so I built this crazy zebra house, and all her clothes were zebra print, and everything was zebra in this stupid game. And so I bought like a bunch of zebra stuff, like I bought like zebra socks, and a zebra comforter, and zebra clothes, and then I did, it was for a stream. Was it worth the joke? I spent, I'm not kidding, like $80 on zebra things. I don't know if it was worth the joke, but I still have all of those things. There's even a zebra behind my head over there. That I didn't buy that though. That was given to me by one of you guys to my PO box. But so I have a zebra comforter in my closet. So if you ever come to stay at my house, you can use it. You can use my zebra comforter if you'd like. You're welcome. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I feel like I just need to admit this. I need to tell you the truth, finally. I've been keeping that a secret for a long time. I don't want to lie to you guys anymore. You don't deserve that. Okay, back to this sim, though. The one who lives here. Does she have pink hair? I think she's got, like, big old pink curly hair, because she's got her hair in rollers all the time. Obviously, we talked about this. But, like... I think she's got pink hair. It needs to be a pastel pink, though. The Sims 4 doesn't have a pastel pink hair color. I so desperately wish we had more hair swatches in this game. It's really annoying. We need more swatches for everything, but hair color especially, because we don't have that many of them. Like, there's like 4 unnatural hair colors. That's ridiculous. People have so many cool colored hairstyles, and not in The Sims, though. But we need pastels so badly. There's like a pastel purple, but it's kind of honestly a weird tone. I want like pastel everything, okay? Especially pink. Come on. Pastel pink hair is so on trend. But this sim, she has pastel pink hair. You know she does. She also only wears pink. I'm thinking like a pink floral dress and a pink cardigan every day. Different kinds of floral prints, but that's like her look, her classic look. I kind of like her. I'd like to meet her. I bet she's very nice. I mean, I feel like she must be nice. Think of, like, the complete opposite of Bella Goth. Like, Bella Goth's not a mean person, but she's definitely, a little bit harsher than this person would be. Bella's very different from our dear friend Sim here. I love the idea of them being, like, mortal enemies, though. I feel like this lady that lives here doesn't have any enemies except for Bella Goth, and I really enjoy that theory. See, I get too into this stuff. I need to stop. It's not that big of a deal, Kayla. No one cares. I hope you care about this like I do. I know I'm being ridiculous. I know no one actually cares about my Sim's backstory. I haven't even made her. This Sim doesn't even exist. I'm just making it up. This is the best part of playing The Sims, though. Like, making things up and making jokes about your Sims, right? Right? I'm not crazy. I know I can be kind of a Sims-obsessed nightmare to an extent, but I know I'm not alone in this, right? Like, you play this way too? Okay. See, it's fine. But the nursery is really small in this house, too. All the bedrooms are kind of small, to be honest. Well, no, 2 of them are. It's honestly kind of a big house, for all intents and purposes. I don't know what that means. But, like, I tried to make it kind of a small house, and then it didn't work because I don't know how to do that. So there's 4 bedrooms, which is not small. And then the master and the teen room are kind of big. I had a very hard time furnishing the teen's room. This is where I, like, went off the deep end and gave up. You'll see now in the rest of the video, it's me just kind of being like, okay, like, whatever, more furniture. More colors. So our pastel pink little cutesy grandma vibe was sort of lost in the bedrooms, and it turned into nightmare. But I think that's okay. I think to an extent, like, obviously the mom, the owner of the house, has furnished most of it, but the bedrooms are kind of left up to the people that live in them. So they can have it still be pink, but more to their own taste. So, like, having a more modern teen bedroom, I think, is realistic in a house like this. Because, like, obviously in your house in real life, does your bedroom match the style of what your mom has furnished it like? No, not even close. So, well, maybe it does, in which case, maybe yeah, but I know in my experience, like, I had a hot pink bedroom for a while growing up, and then it was purple. It's still purple at home, but my parents' house, obviously, is neither of those things, so my pink bedroom would have fit right into this house, though. I literally had hot pink walls all through elementary school. No, because I painted them, they were yellow when we got, like, for my first years living in the house, it was yellow already. And then we painted it pink when I was in, like, 5th grade, maybe, and then in high school I painted it purple. So, definitely different than my parents' house, though. The pink room would have fit right in. My pink room was a mess, because my sister, when she was a toddler, my sister had a big love of Sharpies as a small child, and somehow, no matter all of our attempts to get rid of all the Sharpies everywhere, she would get her hands on Sharpies and draw on everything as a kid. Like, I kid you not, like, on the walls, on my carpet in my room, she drew, like, giant circles in Sharpie on the carpet in my bedroom, and we had to cover it with a rug. So they replaced the carpet now, like, it's not that way anymore, but, like, for a long time, there was just giant circles of Sharpie on the carpet in my bedroom, and I was always so embarrassed by it, but it was my sister's fault. She did it, not me. I'm sorry, I'm still scarred by that, Shanna. Do you have Sharpie on your carpet in your bedroom? Did your siblings draw on your parents' walls? Let me know in the comments down below. It can't just be my family, right? And meanwhile, you're all like, yeah, no, that's just you guys. You people are weird, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I don't know what this video was. Please make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I hope your eyes don't hurt too bad after looking at that build. I mean, to be fair, it did just get progressively worse. So, maybe go, like, take a nap or something. You don't want to get, like, a headache after looking at this. Okay, sorry, bye.